Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. Oh, we've got Two of Shells, union and harmony coming in. So relationships and the harmony within relationships are going to be an important theme for this month, for February. So we're moving from Aquarius season into Pisces season. And it's kind of interesting because I saw you when I was tuning into your guide. I got this sense of you needing to take the lead with a situation here and working with other people. It felt like more of a group energy, but this is more of a one-on-one relationship here. And it's a sense of having to take the lead in a situation to kind of either get something done, get something completed, or it's a matter of like there's an issue that needs to be resolved in some way, shape or form. And so it's almost feel like it's this energy of getting everybody on board or getting people to be putting in what they need to be putting in. So taking responsibility, but it feels, yeah, like you're drawing resources and coming up with solutions. So interestingly, we've got the Two of Shells, union and harmony. So I think the union and harmony within a relationship is going to be super important. Let's see what's shifting and changing for you, Capricorn, in terms of these energies. Sword, Ace, Air, and Cup, Queen, Cancer, Throne. Okay, interesting. So this feels like very different energy to the vibe that the guide was showing at the very beginning. So I'm trying to work this out because this feels like something a little bit personal or behind the scenes kind of thing for you, Capricorn, where it's like seeing very clearly where you need to kind of nourish and look after yourself and look after your, love yourself, treat yourself, nurture yourself. So it really is this energy with the Cup, Queen, Cancer, Throne. It's like a mothering energy. So the Sword Ace is the clarity that comes in, perhaps new ideas about how to look after yourself and nurture yourself. But it might even be this interesting like relationship dynamic here. I mean, this is kind of like, you know, how were you taught to care for yourself by your mother? And then how do you take that kind of energy into relationships? Where are you kind of hoping somebody else can nurture you? And where are you looking to or needing to nurture yourself if there isn't somebody, say, for example, or are you expecting too much? It's really a lot about you need this nurturing and looking after. And so where are you finding it? And so the universe it's not like one is better than the other. It's just kind of like, where are you going to find this sense of when you're outside? Because the energy with the guide felt like it was very much like the outside world. You're dealing with like an issue outside. But when you come back in, this feels like more of a personal energy, what's happening in the reading here, like what's more internal, like divine feminine. When you come back home after a day out, busy working or dealing with other people, or just general life stuff, whatever it is, it's like it's going to be really important to have that sense of nurturing, that home, or that you've got something that you can do that can replenish you in some way, shape or form. So this suggests that maybe you're going to be working hard at something externally. Maybe there's just going to be a lot on your plate perhaps, but let's see what is coming in. We've got the Ten of Pentacles crossed by the Ten of Cups. Look at these two tens crossing each other. My goodness. Okay, yes, the Ten of Pentacles. Responsibilities crossed by, is it making you happy? Some of the things, has something run its course? So interesting. So Capricorn, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the more, here you are. This is the energy I was getting, the Magician. That's exactly the image I was getting now it's like there needs to be a solution. There needs to be drawing. The Magician draws resources towards himself. This is just the Magician I'm talking about. It's an energy of drawing resources towards yourself and then working out, okay, I've got something I need to kind of work out some kind of solution, some kind of practical solution here. So working out how am I going to achieve what I want to achieve? So it's kind of, now that guide energy is coming in. Here's the Queen of Swords. So again, you know, it's real balancing between the divine masculine and divine feminine coming through here, Capricorn. Anyway, I was in the middle of my little blurb about yeah, always recommend to watch all three of your placements. And it's a general reading, Capricorn. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. Really trust your intuition. Here comes your intuition in really super strong with the High Priestess. Intuition's around you at this moment in time, by your side, perhaps guiding you. And if it does really resonate, then there is an extended reading. Boom. And speaking of the extended, we're going to see what happens after this Tower moment. My goodness. Okay. There is an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. So we're going to go deeper and further into the future with the extended. Oh, wow, with the Queen of Cups. Okay, wow, revelations. Now, this could be a person in your life, this Cup Queen energy as well. It could be a water sign in your life, somebody who... Yeah, there's a lot of feeling here, a lot of feelings going on here. So perhaps there's some kind of clarity about the way that you feel about this person. You're learning a whole heap about it, about the situation. So yeah, the Knight of Cups, love and romance, or just following your heart. Ooh, what is going on with your heart here, Capricorn? My goodness. Okay. So there's a couple of things. It's all mishmashed together because... yeah, the Ten of Pentacles can represent family, and the Cup Queen can represent mother. So we kind of got a bit of a family vibe that can happen here. Crossed by the Ten of Cups, is there something that's happening with your family situation, or that's not making you happy at this moment in time? Is there a situation that's run its course, or a legacy perhaps that is not making you happy? With the family situation, the family vibe, your family history, family relationships, whatever it is. That definitely could be something that comes in with this. But if it's not to do with family, on another note, the Ten of Pentacles is all about legacy, completion, finishing something. So, and crossed by the Ten of Cups. So it's, not sure whether it's going to make you happy. The finishing, the completion. So is it finishing? Is it completing? And actually, before I tuned into your reading, I got this real sense of, because a lot of the readings are about this sense of cycles ending and things finishing and kind of having to put in hard work. It was very Saturnian, Saturn being your planetary ruler, and it's the planet related to time. It rules this sense of restrictions, delays, but also saying you have to put in the work. And so you might even get messages, it is time. And the thing is that Saturn is finishing its transit through Aquarius, and it is planning to move into Pisces in March. And so by the end of February, it's just got this sense of whatever Saturn was asking you to work on. And because it's your planetary ruler, Capricorn, I feel like you're possibly going to be feeling this really strongly. And Saturn is all about taking responsibility and discipline, hard work kind of energy. So rewards for hard work and building structures, making sure you've got the right structures in place. So this is kind of what we're looking at here, because the Ten of Pentacles is the end goal. You want to get to the Ten of Pentacles. What structures are in place? What is Saturn asking you to complete through its transit through Aquarius? It's kind of the last couple of degrees are going to be that sense of we need to be finishing something. There's something, a cycle is ending here. And so it might have this sense of pressure that's coming in here. Now we see the pressure being released with the Tower card, but potentially that's why we're getting this sense of it's really important to be able to come home, to have a place or a connection, to be able to, when you finish with your big day at work or whatever this is that Saturn's asking you the cycle to finish and complete, then it's a sense of, okay, I'm done with that for the day. I just want to tune off, switch out, come back home, connect to who I want to connect to, and just replenish. And so that's going to be a really important energy. So whatever it is that is kind of ending here with the two tens crossing each other, the Magician, it may have just reached a bit of a crisis point of completion. Can I get this across the finish line in some way, shape or form? How am I going to end this? So So to the point that I'm going to be happy with the end result, or I'm going to be happy with the completion process. So that's going to, I think, going to be really important. So it really feels like there's a deadline. That's what it really feels like, that sense of I'm working towards a deadline. And then it's a case of, in my conscious mind, I'm the magician. So this is what this card represents, your conscious mind. It represents, and the magician represents things that are coming up into your consciousness, things that you're becoming now consciously aware of. So it may be, okay, now that to get this across the finish line, I'm becoming consciously aware that there are issues here. There are things that are coming up that need to be resolved so that I can finish this, get this completed. And it is very much in that, like the Ten of Pentacles, it's about reaching an end goal of some sort, building something practical or building something to completion. It's like the legacy. I've put in as much as I can, and am I happy with that? That's going to be one of the things that you potentially might be asking with these two tens crossed. And so the magician energy is, I feel like you're becoming consciously aware of that dynamic, and you want to be happy with it at the end of the day. So the magician is working out the solutions. How can I get this working so it works well, which was the energy I was getting from the guide. Interesting. And like I said, the magician draws resources. It can be very practical energy. So at the base, we've got the Queen of Swords. This is what's happening deep down inside of you. This is gaining clarity. This is gaining resolve. This is getting, yes, I am going to complete this. Yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, we're going to finish this in some way, shape or form. I'm going to get this done. So the Queen of Swords, she's got her head above fear and doubt. She's clear. She's giving something the go ahead. But this is a very divine feminine energy, whereas the magician is more of a masculine energy. How am I going to be working with this outside world that seems like, potentially there's something that's come up. But the Queen of Swords is like, if you have a strong mind and you're really resolved within this, and it's kind of like an internal yes, I'm saying yes to this, to completing this and doing this, then that's going to be what's going to really help you get across the line with this. We can see in the recent past the Nine of Swords. So whatever this is, it's potentially stressed you out a lot, or it's something you've been thinking about a lot. The Nine of Swords is where you've got racing mind, and where all the things that could go wrong start coming up, or it's like stress, worry, fear, anxiety. Usually it's unreal fears. This is like waking up in the middle of the night, the 3 a.m. wake up, and things are racing in your mind, and then you finally get back to sleep, and then you wake up in the morning and go, it doesn't seem quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. So there's this sense of there potentially was like a little bit of a shift in perception that was worrying you, like there was something potentially worrying you or stressing you out about this. So this can be anxiety, the Nine of Swords. This can also be sleep, disturbances to sleep patterns. So that's why, again, we've got this message of coming back, being the Queen of Cups, and coming back, nurturing yourself, looking after yourself, both emotionally but also mentally with the Queen of Swords. So I like how you're topped and tailed by the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords here, because it's kind of getting your mind clear from this stress and worry of the Nine of Swords, and also getting your emotions in the state where it's like, okay, I need to replenish so that I can be the magician, because the magician brings all four resources. He's got a pentacle, he's got a cup, he's got a sword, and he's got a wand. So he uses everything. It's not just, so if there's two things that are feeling depleted, so what's going on inside your mind, perhaps your mental capacity for whatever reason, and what's going on emotionally, they're really saying to come back in and replenish that and create the harmony that the union and harmony between those two energies and areas of your life. So in the near future, we've got the Three of Swords, which represents that there's potentially something coming up. This is the wound that comes up and out and ready to be cleared. It gets exposed to the elements. So something's kind of, you're becoming consciously aware of something and going, right, well, this cannot remain, this has to kind of be exposed in some way, shape or form. It needs to be addressed. It can't remain hidden. It needs to come up and out, whatever it is. It needs to come up and out into the open. So it's like we're not hiding that under the carpet or pretending it's not there or avoiding it. It's like, let's just deal with it. So that's what I really feel like, that energy I was getting from your guide is we're just sorting something out. And that's what the Three of Swords is. Yes, it's like if a wound gets opened up to the elements and all the gunk comes out, and then it's the ability to heal because it's connecting to the element of air, which is your mind, what's going on inside your mind. And if you've got Sword Ace, which is the clarity crowning you, and the Queen of Swords, who holds the sword of truth and clarity, then the clear mind, clearing your mind, in creating space inside and getting clear inside your mind is actually going to really help you move on and help you clear that wound, whatever it is that comes up. So you're presenting as the Knight of Pentacles. I like this energy for you because it's very practical, pragmatic, one step at a time. You're not rushing into anything here. This is very dependable, trustworthy energy. It's like I'm taking the path that I know that works for me, kind of thing, with the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like going slow with this. Like I want to take it a little bit slow. So if it is related to a relationship, say, because the Two of Shells is a relationship, maybe it is like, how far is this going? Is it going to make it the whole way? Where is it going to? Where is there a cycle that's ended around it? So is there something that's been there under the surface that needs to be addressed? Is there something here that I'm just going to go slow with it and see, because there's something underlying there that's potentially coming out. So it's kind of interesting because you have the High Priestess as the energy surrounding you. And this is, yes, your intuition. This is potentially anything related to the esoteric arts. So it could be a healer or somebody that is into that sort of stuff. But the High Priestess is saying trust the intuitive messages that you're getting. But this could be around somebody that you consider to be your number one. When somebody is the High Priestess in somebody else's life, say, and we do have the Two of Shells here, so there is a relationship that this is kind of coming back to for whatever reason. And this doesn't have to be love relationship. It can be a relationship with family. It can be a relationship with friends. It can be old relationships that are still, something's come up here for you to work through. It can be friends. It can be work friends. It can be anything, bosses. But the High Priestess is saying this, when the High Priestess is... somebody else's High Priestess is their number one. You're the person I care about the most in my life at this moment in time. So this might be your mother energy. Maybe it is for some of you. Maybe it's about you caring for yourself and putting yourself first, and you being the person you care about the most in your life, perhaps, or you're wanting to feel that. You're wanting or needing that can really come through with this, with the High Priestess. Now, its other thing is the High Priestess kind of lives in this in-between state. She's intuition, so she's not here down in the human realm, but she's not in the divine. She's in this kind of limbo state, in the in-between. And so it might suggest that there's something that feels like it's in a bit of an in-between state at this moment in time. Is it going to go to the next stage? Is it going to get to the end of the cycle? Is it going to complete? Is it going to go the whole way? And you might be questioning that, whether it's a particular relationship or a place you're living or a job. It just feels like that could be something that you're questioning at this time. So, yeah, the High Priestess is an interesting thing. But if this is related to a relationship, there's definitely potentially someone around who is like the person you care about the most. Might be this Two of Shells that's coming up here. So there could be some clarity and revelations coming in around that person or around your relationship with that person. So we have hopes and fears, the Eight of Pentacles. This is work, okay? So this is like putting in the work, and that's what we're saying, that sense of Saturn coming in and you realizing that something's not going to reach that deadline if the work is not put in. And I kind of get this sense of it's not just you, like you're the one who's taking the lead, being the magician. But I do feel like it's like you might have to get other people on board or other resources on board. It's like, okay, gathering things around me. So yeah, this is the Eight of Pentacles' work or something that you're working on. So for some of you, yeah, these are work deadlines, or it may be just thinking time's up with this job or time's up with this project or time's up in a certain way. That this could even be for some of you retirement, like the Ten of Pentacles, putting in as much as I can. And now I'm, moving on to the next stage. There could be something that is sad about moving on because you're letting go of certain things, good things related to that cycle. And one of those things could be relationships. So it kind of just has this like an overall kind of energy that doesn't have to exactly be retirement, but it's like we're kind of at the end of the stage where something's maturing and it's at a critical junction, needs to finish, and then we can move on to the next thing. So that's something that's coming through. So we have as your outcome, boom, the Tower. Wow, the Queen of Cups and the Page of Swords. You are finding out so much about what this Queen of Cups energy means for you, whether this is a person in your life that you truly love or you care about the most, or whether this is about you learning to look after yourself, nurture yourself, because there's like lots of things happening, unexpected changes coming through, perhaps with the Tower, things that you're hearing about. Perhaps you're hearing about these things online. Perhaps you're hearing like getting news of some sort. But the Queen of Cups is always about coming back, nurturing yourself. Perhaps there's some kind of changes, the unexpected changes that you're coming in. The Page of Swords has that ear to the wind. It's listening and hearing the message of the Tower and then going, okay, I need to come back to myself and nourish. So it really is a sense of the pressure cooker comes off, the valve comes off with the pressure gets released with the Tower and you're coming back to yourself. Now, this may be in the form of frustration with other people as well. Maybe you just get to the point where like you have to you're going to get super frustrated with somebody. That could come in with it as well. But I feel like this feels like such a necessary release that comes through, Capricorn, that gets you to across the line to where you need to get to. So, yeah, interesting. Now, this could be some of you. I know the Tower can be releasing barriers that you have up. Seeing things that are not right for you, that is not nourishing for you, that is not replenishing you, that is not good for your heart. So learning things about that, but it can be releasing the defenses so that you're opening your heart to somebody else as well. So, yeah, there's a lot that's going on here. There really is. But ultimately, it just comes back to that Queen of Cups of how are you nourishing your cup of love, healing, intuition with the Queen of Cups. So that's why we get to the Knight of Cups. This is about following your heart. Where is your heart leading you? And so there's kind of interesting things. It's like you come face to face with a wound, and then there's a sense of revelations, opening up, hearing interesting things that could shift and change this sense of wanting to shut your heart for whatever reason. So this Knight of Cups is like, it can be following a dream. It can be falling in love. It can be love and romance. But ultimately what it is about coming back to your heart. Where is your heart leading you at this moment in time? So, yeah, I feel that it's, you got everything in here. That's what it's like a mixing pot of all the different elements. There's no real dominant element here. That's the thing. I mean, there's no fire. That's the only thing. There's no wands. I would say that's the only thing missing. Maybe you don't need any more fire because you've got a lot happening here already, but you're very much working with earth, air, and water a lot, those three elements that are coming in. So your mind, communication, how you're feeling, and what you're going to do about it practically. And so, yeah, they're the three things that are coming in. So, yes, wow. The other thing with the Tower, the Queen of Cups, and the Page of Swords is, this could be some kind of shocking or revelatory information that you find out about somebody. So it's some kind of like secret exposed where you're getting the clarity that comes in. But strangely enough, and perhaps this is somebody that you loved or used to love in the past, no matter what this is, this revelation that comes in with the Tower connected to your heart and your mind is processing it with the Page of Swords, it really just is encouraging you to open your heart and to find some kind of harmony within the situation, which, it's kind of Going to be interesting. So expect some fireworks and unexpected changes. It says, I claim my own power and I lovingly create my own reality. This is your affirmation card. I ask for more understanding so that I may knowingly and lovingly shape my world and my experiences. So, yes, I think that it may be when the dust settles with the tower, it might be a sense with the Page of Swords is, okay, what was that all about? Somebody could be having their tower moment. I don't understand that. I need to kind of, I don't understand it. So that's something that can come through with that, you claiming your own power and lovingly creating your own reality. So it's your reality, not somebody else's. And if somebody else is putting some kind of pressure or expectation on you, and it's feeling like the Three of Swords, like it's feeling like, okay, this is hurting me in some way, shape or form, that's where the Tower releases and lets it go and says, this is not right for you anymore. This is not you. This is walls that you've put up around you, and you've taken a course of action or gone down a path, and it's not right for you. So it's kind of like finish that cycle. It's not going to work for you anymore, which is interesting. We've got peace and the electric guitar as your charm. So this is where like the peace, find the peace within the situation. Okay. But the electric guitar is about to amp up. Absolutely. A situation is about to amp up. The frequency is about to get loud and strong. And this actually could, in some way, the intensity of that frequency is going to connect you to the peace. But interestingly, this peace symbol also looks like it's self-sufficiency, being very independent, doing things on your own terms. And I feel like that potentially could be something that comes in with it as well. Music could be healing and bring in peace. With the electric guitar, songs could come through and help you bring healing and bring peace to the situation here. So, yeah, that's it, Capricorn. It's quite an interesting reading, an interesting ride to come through here. The bird was really loud. It was just saying there's a message coming in loud and clear with the Tower card. So in terms of the deadline, like in terms of just completing an energy, have you put in as much as you can? It's really understanding what's yours and what's yours to put in, what's your stuff and what's somebody else's stuff. It really feels like that's kind of the boom of the Tower. So other people may be needing to take responsibility for their own things. That could be something that comes in with it. But I do think that there's always solutions. The Page of Swords is a solution. If it seems like, okay, this is not going to work, something's about to hit the rocks, it's like the Page of Swords comes in with solutions. So it's a very solution-orientated kind of reading here where you're working things out, and it's just very much like whatever this thing that comes in with the Tower, there's a solution here. But part of the solution is to look after yourself, nurture yourself. So that's it, Capricorn. That's your reading. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now and see what happens, because I barely feel like the Tower is like, boom, the dust is settled, is just settling. It's like, okay, settling, just trying to make sense of it all with that Page of Swords. So what does it all mean? Where's it all going? Because I feel like I'm still like just processing everything. So I think once it processes, the Tower at the time doesn't necessarily feel like it has your best interests in heart, because it could feel like, quite a big change, unexpected change that comes through. But ultimately, it has your best interests at heart, showing you what is right for you and what isn't. So let's see where this is going, because sometimes it has this sense of fate and destiny connected to this. So where is this all going? I still feel like this relationship here is important, but it's just potentially going through a bit of a test. to realign in some way, shape or form. So yeah, interesting. But yeah, we'll see where this is going in the future, near future with the extended Capricorn. Pull any clarifications because it still feels like there's things that don't make sense. So we'll pull some clarifiers and we'll ask for the best way to work with this energy because I feel like there are challenges with working with this energy. So let's ask the best way to work with this energy to get the result that you want. So that's it, Capricorn. So I'd love it if you come over. The link to the extended reading is in the description box below. And I usually pin the link to the comments as well. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, Capricorn, because that helps YouTube know that you appreciate this content and support the content and helps the channel grow. So take care.